boys and girls, welcome back to Treehouse. Can you remember my name? Shout it out. What? Yes, it's Sam. Today we're learning about faithfulness. We're going to watch a video about a man called Noah, who had so much faith, even though the things that God promised him were pretty mad and crazy. But before we begin, I want you to try the blindfold challenge. Choose someone that you have with you to be blindfolded, and you have to guide them around the room. They're going to have to trust in your voice. If you've got younger children, you could hold their hand while we do this, but for the older ones, just use your voice to guide your person around the room. Have you ever stopped to think about how incredible it is that the sun rises each and every day? It's so easy to forget and take for granted, but God promises us in the Bible that as long as the world exists, there will be a time for planting and a time for harvest. There will always be cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night. And that's in the book of Genesis, in chapter 8. What a magnificent promise, and just a glimmer of the faithfulness that we can have in God's promises. Today, I can't wait to share with you the fruit of the Spirit of faithfulness. And this week is all about how God never breaks his promises. What hope we can have in that. Faithfulness is being dependable, trustworthy, and loyal in our relationships with God and with other people. I am so thankful that God models perfect faithfulness to us in every season of our lives. It says again in the Bible in Psalm 33, verse 4, "For the word of the Lord is right and true. He is faithful in all he does." God is faithful in word and action, in what he says and what he does. God will never stop loving us or break his promises to us. We can be faithful to him and to other people because he perfectly shows us how. I think it's incredible that he doesn't leave us on our own. He wants to walk with us and cultivate faithfulness in our hearts, our thoughts, and our actions. Let's watch this story together.
Stories of the Bible. Noah and the flood. This is Noah.
Hey!
Noah was a good man who tried to do the right thing.
Yeah!
But in the time when Noah lived, he was the only man on earth who was doing the right thing. All the other people on earth were doing evil things and hurting each other. This made God very sad. So God said that he was going to send a flood to the earth that would destroy every living thing on earth because he was sorry he ever made them. But God decided to save Noah and his family. God told Noah to build a boat and fill it with 2 of every kind of animal and bird.
Colors, birds, moss, okay, all here?
Noah did just that, and then Noah and his whole family boarded the boat and waited for the flood to come. The rain fell hard for 40 days and 40 nights.
Whoa!
Water covered the whole earth, and the boat floated safely on the surface. Water covered even the highest mountains on earth, but Noah and his family were saved. God remembered Noah and all the animals on the boat. God sent a wind to blow across the earth, and the flood began to go away. After 5 months, the boat came to rest on a mountaintop. A few months later, the other mountains could be seen. 40 days later, Noah opened a window and released a raven. The bird flew back and forth until the flood had dried up. He also sent a dove out to see if it could find dry ground, but the dove couldn't find a place to land because there was still water on the ground. So the dove returned to the boat.
Oh, hello again.
After another 7 days, Noah sent the dove out again. This time, it came back with an olive leaf.
Oh, bingo.
So Noah knew that the floodwaters were almost gone. A week later, he sent the dove out again, and it didn't come back. So many months after the flood began, Noah opened the covering of the boat and saw that the ground was drying. He waited 2 more months, and at last, the earth was dry. Then God said to Noah, "Leave the boat, all of you. Release the animals so they can be fruitful and multiply throughout the earth."
Okay.
So Noah, his family, and all the animals finally left the boat.
See ya.
Noah built an altar to the Lord to make a sacrifice to God. God was pleased with Noah's offering and said to himself that he would never again destroy every living thing on earth. God blessed Noah and his sons and promised them that he would never send another flood. He gave them the rainbow in the sky as a sign of this promise to Noah, his family, and all of mankind.
Here are some questions to think about the story. Why were Noah and his family saved when the storm came? And what about the other people? Why do you think they were not saved? How do you think Noah and his family felt when the rains kept coming day after day? And what do you think it was like to have been shut up for so long with all those animals? Do you know why God gave the first rainbow? Does God keep his promises? Okay, time for the activities. Can you paint a rainbow to remind us of the story and that God keeps his promises? You could use your finger or a cotton bud to make the pattern. Using a paper plate, lollipop sticks, glue and any other bits and bobs that you have around the house, can you make a Noah's Ark? Using the template in your packs, can you create a door hanger for your bedroom? Colour in all the sections, cut and stick, and just have fun.